Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to the South Main Auto Channel. So we're going to attempt to fix the backlighting on this. And what I wanted to do, so this is the Buick they were working on. I'm getting ahead of myself here. This is one we sent in the cluster for and all that stuff. We can see we have no backlighting on these buttons. I just want to make sure all the other, all the little other LEDs work. Okay, so they all work. So it looks like we're missing backlighting here, possibly up here, and here. So what I want to do is, because I've already got this dash all tore apart, is we're just going to slide out the heat control, which you just push these little tabs down and then pull, and then there's not even any plug on it, which is kind of cool. And then I think what we need to do is we need to shut the key off because it goes into some default mode. We need to figure out how the face comes off. I've ordered some bulbs that I think are correct. I looked for button repairs like they make for some of the GM, the stickers that go on. They did not list any for this, so it is what it is. We're going to have to reuse these buttons even though they're kind of flaking off. But let's just see if we can fix this little guy. So I grabbed, what's that, 3/16 bit here. We're going to take and pull the face off. See what it looks like, see if I got the right bulbs. I just got these little mini, I think they were like 4.7 millimeter GM cluster bulbs. You guys know my soldering skills is not that grand when it comes to little bits. But we're going to keep giving it a try. I figure if I mess it up, first thing we got to do is go to the wrecking yard and get a new one. It's always worst case scenario. The bulbs are only a couple dollars on the Amazon. Alright, let's see here. Oops. Okay, that's my screw. I don't want to stick these over here. Alright. Let me just make sure these... I'll make sure the buttons aren't going to just pop out on me. It's got a little pad here. Alright, so they appear to be kind of stuck in there. Okay, just want to make sure before I tipped it one way or another. Okay, I don't want this little pad has to come off. So this is just like a key fob. Has a little rubber pad with a little metallic type contact on it. And that comes and presses on the board there and creates a contact, bridges that contact there. Alright, so these must be, these LEDs, or I don't even know if they're LEDs, these bulbs, they light up. Let's see, just trying to get it here. Those are that. Okay, so these must be the backlighting bulbs, these ones here. Alright, so those are the ones we need to change, the ones with the blue rubber on it. Does this thing unplug? Maybe it unplugs down here. Looks like a plug-in. Boom! Look at that. If it doesn't unplug, it does now. There's another little circuit board down inside there. Okay. Yeehaw, we're halfway there. However, I do not have the blue. I did not buy a blue type bulb. Maybe those things. Let me get a pick. Let's be hopeful here for a moment. See if these just come right off. Well, look at that. It's like a little, well, you know what it's like. A little miniature one here. Let's see. Yeah, look at that, little blue rubber. I think before I take and yank all them off, I better go get the bulbs I bought, because they do not have the little green base on them like these ones. The ones I bought are just like plain old plain-olds. All right, let me go get them. Let's see here. I think I ordered, I don't know if it's a 10-pack. Yeah, it was a 10-pack. So these right here, I'll put a link case they work. They seem to be a pretty popular GM bulb when I was just doing the Googling. Alright, they've got, I'm not made for fine work, trust me. There's that. That might be the right one. Oh yeah, the little blue rubber fits right on there nicely. Alright. There's the phone. Just see who that is real quick. I better, yeah. Oh, who's got that? Anyhow. So these are slightly different. Just in the sense that we're not going to have the little green base, I don't believe. I don't know if that base is part of the bulb or what, but I think we'll be able to stick these bulbs in there right down, you know, right down to the circuit board. I don't know if you guys can see that. They're a smidge taller, just a teeny bit taller. I think we'll be okay. What's the worst that can happen, right? Alright, let's do this. We're ready to give it the old college try. Now, I never went to college, so if this doesn't work, you'll know why. My thought is, so we've got these those two little guys there. I've got out the Weller, the 40 watter, and she's got kind of a fat tip on it. I'm curious if I can hold some down pressure, you know, from backside here, and then just touch these two pins, and voila, out it pops. Let's just try it. I'm shaky. Nothing just happened. That was the old college try. Let's see, I'm not even seeing the solder get, oh yeah, the solder did get soft there, okay. Let me try to hold force on it again, touch both of those pins. One came out, yeah, man, I feel like I'm making progress now. Come on, baby. That one got soft, I'm getting close. Oops, I just scratched it. Come on, fella. I made it a fair ways. What in the thunder? Okay, that one's out. Look at that. What? What? I just did something successful. Now, I'm curious though. So this is out. That wasn't too bad. I assume that base is part of the bulb. Oh, how do you want to figure that out? We'll go like this. Just to see. Just give it a little squeeze. Yep, the bulb just broke. Yeah, it must be part of the bulb. Oops, yeah, that's pretty much toast now at this point. So we'll set that to the side, pretend we didn't see that. And then when I'm wondering, I cannot see holes through that board. So I don't know if this is the point in which you would use a solder sucker. I think I'm just going to get a drill bit for my cutting torch and then just, you know, a little pen drill and just open them up so we can stick the new wires in, because I don't think they'll go through. Nope, they won't. So we need to open that up a little bit. Let me get a drill bit. I couldn't find them little guys. You'd have thought they'd been on the torch. I think we just need the smallest one. So there's that. I don't even know if we need to put it in its little arbor. We probably do. That way it doesn't go straight through my finger. I think they're special printed circuit board drills, actually. I've heard AVE talk about them. But we're just drilling through lead, right? Lead and tin. Make sure you're in the right hole before you do this. Wow, there's a lot of lead in there. Maybe the solder sucker would have been the way to go. Holy smokes, fella. There we go, that one's through. That one's through. I don't believe these are polarity sensitive because these are not LEDs. These are just regular old, plain old bulbs. So it shouldn't matter which way it goes. So we'll slide that down through. Then what do? Do we cut it and then solder it? Or do we solder it and then cut it? Well, I'll tell you what. Because I don't know. I just want to make sure it's going to stay up in there. I need something. I need something to stick under it. That ain't going to work. I suck at this. Let me figure out how I've got to hold this thing up in here somehow. I don't know if I just bend the little ears down and then solder it and then pick them up and cut them off. I suppose we could try that. Yeah, let's give it the old go. Because right there it's standing up like it's supposed to be. Alright, let's try it. Let's go for it. I'm going to use my other solder iron now. It's got a finer point on it. This one here. Let's see, let me tin the tip a little bit. Whew, she's hot. Give this a try. Where'd my solder go? Oh, there it is. She made it. Okay. So there's that one. Now let's just pick this thing up. It doesn't look like they normally do. Usually they're pointing through like this, so I'm assuming there's an apparatus that I don't have. Or I'm clearly doing it wrong, but let's take and chop that thing off. Alright, that one's off. Bulb still looks good. I suppose we can cut that one off now, right? Because the other piece is holding it in. At least one of them will look normal. So there's that. Rip off the tip off the torch here. Okay. Let's try to get this one. Hey, look at that. That one looks like a normal one. Wow. I kind of don't want to mess with the other one. So those are both on there. Not nearly as professional as some of you folks would do it. Let's just free float on that one there. That one flows nice. That one flowed nice. I'm going to call it quits. Don't touch it. Just stop. Walk away. Got some white smudge on there. Let's see if I can wipe that off. I think you use alcohol and a toothbrush to clean off the board. But there it is. There's one bulb installed. You should be able to put the blue rubber back on this bulb. Oh boy. Might need some kind of lubrication. Yes, there we are. What can I use? Let me get rid of this. Stuff evaporates pretty quick. So, alright, rubber's full. Not full, but it's got some in it. There you go. That's the key right there. You need a little bit of lube on it. Should we chop and see if this one actually works? Probably. Or do we just take the chance and keep going? I say take the chance. Take the chance. So that's how I'm going to do them. I'm going to proceed with that method. I'm not going to bore you with every single one of them because they're all going to go just about as horrible as that one did. And we'll see what happens. Yeah. Stay tuned. That's what I was trying to say. May have found the trick. So the bulbs came out relatively easy, and I'm just curious if the solder sucker on the back side heated up on the front side or vice versa. Hit the button, boom, look at the solder sucker sucks the solder right out just like it's supposed to. This is actually pretty amazing. So I'm just going through with the bulbs out, giving it the old solder suck job, and it's working. I should have get the new solder sucker that a viewer sent me. But this is working fantastic. Probably just as designed. It is helpful that I grew a third arm in the process. needless to say, I did ruin the first one I put in. I was moving and wiggling around here and screwed up. I set it like this and I hit it sideways and, well, wreaked havoc. Which one was it? Right here. Got this last bulb to get out here. This one's kind of tight. It's in between a bunch of other, looks like a little surface mount resistors or something, so I don't want to ruin them. So there's the last one out. Go ahead and hold that again, please. So we're going to use the old solder sucker. Oops. Getting clogged up on me. Now what do I do? Just go like that. Get back in there. There we go. Push out the glob. Alright, try that again. Oh, I'm like an electronics guy now. Look at that, so it sucks it right out of the hole. So now I got these open holes. You see all of them? You got 2, 4, 6. The original one I started on, it looks terrible. Alright, beautiful. So far, so good. They're just little tiny suckers. My fear is I'm gonna solder the two of them together. There's that damn compressor. Every single video I tell you what. Giving up. Give me a little spritz there, will you? Oh, I could have got a dirtier Q-tip. I'm really curious at this point if it even works. Let's see. I think I got all the rest of them cleaned up here. So there they are. I guess we got to stand a few of them up. I'm going to have to clean this little thing off. Well, there they are. They're all on. They're all standing up. I think the green bases, you know, provide a little bit of a sturdier base. You know, allows it to sit flat against the board. I don't think it's going to matter in the big picture. You know, if we end up, well, I'm going to have to get a new mouse pad here. Ugh, stuck. Anyhow, where was I? Let's plug it in. Let's see if it works. So we just slid her back together. Reach in, put the plug back in. Wasn't too awful difficult. I'll tell you what, my little meat nugget fingers and stuff are not made for this type of work. So there's that. Just kind of very gingerly check all them. Just alright. So they feel good. We probably could wipe some of the goo off. I don't know if that electronics cleaner, if that cleans off goo. Give me a little shot of that way. We'll see if it cleans off human finger goo. Nope. We're going to have to use some human finger goo remover. Oh, it's nasty, whatever it is. I feel like I should have some dramatic music. Sliding this baby in. I used some human finger goo remover. Removed the goo. Alright. Drum roll. Hallelujah. It all lights up. Look at that. Let's see if we turn it down. Turn it off. Make sure all the other LEDs still function. And they do. Basically rebuild it. Give you some bonus footage. The cluster showed up from United Radio. So we'll slip this baby in. Make sure everything works as intended. Again, no plug-in on this. Whoop. There she goes. Our speedo is back to where it should be. Of course, you can't see it. So there we are. Speedo's back to where it should be. Now, if you guys remember when we ran it through the dash cluster test, the fuel gauge didn't work and the speedometer didn't work. The tach did, and that still works. Alright. Wow, and that works, and that works. We're on roll. Just so we have some final closure, we're going to go into display test. I'll get you guys back up here. And Here we go. Alright, we can see all of the gauges work now. If you remember correctly, they didn't before. Speedo didn't move, fuel gauge didn't move. All of the segments light up here. A little disappointed the feller didn't tell me about his radio not lighting up all the way. Being the soldering champ that I am, we could have taken care of that too, but anyhow, just wanted to provide you with a little closure, let you know everything works. United Radio did a fantastic job, as they typically do, and we're good. Alright folks, so that's it. I'm sorry I wasn't able to record, the R&R process of the dash. It's, I don't know what, 7:40 on a Thursday night. I just wanted to go home. The cluster showed up UPS time today, so I wanted to get that in. Wanted to see if we could, fix our bulbs over here, which we did, so that was successful. Sometimes I run out of time and I can't show you the process of R&R and stuff, removing and replacing. There's probably lots of videos on the YouTube how to take the cluster out. They're not horrible to do, but you do have to pop the upper dash pad and a lot of trim, which comes off relatively easy. There's only maybe a dozen screws, and the rest of it's just snap clips. You just got to know where to pick and pull. But I did want to give you guys some closure, let you know, yes, we did make the right call on the cluster. The cluster does work, as you can see now. We were able to put a couple bulbs in there, so we don't have to buy a new, heater unit. I suppose we could have got a used one if we wanted to fix, the buttons on it and whatnot. I'd be curious to know if we could fix the radio too. Who knows? Our possibilities are endless when we have a soldering iron and willingness. I want to say know-how, but willingness. We'll leave it at that. So hopefully you liked this video. If you did, go down, hit that thumbs up, ring the bell while you're down there after you subscribe, of course. Just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.